If you feel like confidence is so out of reach for you, it's probably because you've been thinking about confidence being something that is earned. The biggest thing that I want for you to take from this whole entire video is knowing that confidence does not wait for transformation. That is actually where it starts. And the women that you watch, the women that you are inspired by, that you look up to, they're not doing anything more, okay? They're not doing anything more differently than showing up in the quiet moments when it actually matters the most. So here are some practical ways that you can reconnect with your confidence. The first one is boundaries. Confidence comes when you start keeping promises to yourself. Every time you say yes when you meant to say no, you teach yourself that your needs don't matter. I want you to learn to say no kindly, protect your peace, and honor your word, even if it's just to yourself. Once you start enforcing them over every area of your life, you'll notice that you will start to have more self-trust. The next thing is to bring intention in the way that you show up. It's difficult, especially as a mom. Sometimes you are just ready to just get up, get out, and get things going, but you need to bring intention into your day. Get up, get dressed for the day, even if no one else is going to see you. Even if you're not going to step outside of the house, it does not need to be makeup. It does not need to be a full glam. You just need to put intention in the way that you get dressed. That could look like spraying perfume, doing your skincare slowly, or playing your favorite playlist while you are getting ready. I don't want you to look at these as vanity routines. I want you to look at this as your connecting point. When you treat yourself like someone who is worth preparing for, I promise you confidence is going to follow. I really don't want you to wait for that big event in order to feel like your best self. I want you to feel like your best self every single day. Every day that you wake up, you feel like your best self. You feel confident. You are getting yourself ready because you matter. Today, I got dressed and I was like, I'm going to be very intentional with the way that I dress. Like, I put on my outfit. I felt comfortable. I felt happy and excited about who I was. I went and dropped off my son at school and I got so many compliments. You look like you're glowing today. Oh my gosh, pregnancy looks so good on you. When you appreciate yourself and you take time for yourself, people notice that. People are drawn to that. So make the ordinary feel so intentional. The next thing is to speak kindly to yourself. Your confidence really does depend on the conversations that you're having with yourself on a daily basis. This is a very touchy topic for me because I struggled a lot with speaking negative over myself so many times. And it's something that I am still working on to this day. Watch and notice the words that come out of your mouth. When you say words like, I'm so lazy, or like I don't like my life, I don't like the way that I look right now, I hate this thing about me, I hate the way I sound, I hate the way I speak, I hate the way I look, I hate the position of life I'm in. You start to train your brain to believe it because what you think about yourself is what you actually become. It becomes your actual reality. And when you notice a negative thought or words that come out of your mouth, I want you to catch those, pause, and reframe them, okay? This reminds me of the verse in the Bible that talks about taking those thoughts captive and surrendering them to God. Like it could be as simple as you replacing words like, oh, I look so tired, I have so much under eye bags with, I'm showing up. Even though I might feel tired, I am still showing up today and I look amazing. You really can't speak life into others when you're constantly tearing yourself down. The next thing is creating a routine that grounds you. Now, this routine doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be dramatic. It doesn't need to be a lot. It just needs to be a routine that works. So the thing that I want for you to do is to not overcomplicate this. Structure is what puts a safety net around your mind. It's not something that should look like punishment and it shouldn't feel like punishment. And once you start having consistency over the small things, it builds your belief that you can depend on yourself. Something that I like to do that's very small and very manageable is that every other Thursday, I will do a body scrub. So maybe for you, it looks the same. Or maybe for you, instead of it being every other Thursday night, that it's every Thursday night or every night that you do a nice body care. Or you take 10 minutes out of your evening to self-journal, or that you wake up 10 minutes earlier in order to just breathe and center yourself before the whole entire house wakes you up, okay? The next thing is to feed your mind and your heart. Confidence grows from what you feed yourself. It's not just food, okay? But what we're talking about is thoughts and inspiration, okay? But honestly, we could talk about food because that is a very, very big thing when it comes to confidence as well. But that's not what we're talking about here. I want you to replace endless scrolling with something that actually nourishes you. I want you to read a chapter of a self-help book. Right now, I'm reading The Mountain Is You, which is a book to help you to stop self-sabotaging. And it is literally the perfect book that I needed to read right now. I will link that down in the description if you guys want to read it alongside with me. That would be fun. I want you to journal. I want you to listen to a podcast that builds you up financially, that builds you up mentally and spiritually. I want you to learn something new. Build a new skill. Every time you feed your mind with growth, your confidence truly expands. And it doesn't only just expand in how you feel, but it also expands in how you communicate and how you talk to people. And I promise you, people notice. People notice. And so the last thing is to have a reset or a rest day. Confidence doesn't come when you're pushing and you're pushing and you're pushing nonstop, okay? You're just gonna wear yourself out. You're gonna get tired. Confidence comes when you know when to slow down and when to pause. So please give yourself permission to rest, reflect, and to refuel. Sis, I'm telling you, when you learn to rest without guilt, you'll stop confusing exhaustion with progress. Those things do not equal, and that could be a separate video. I really hope that this video really helped you and inspired you. I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Until then, remember that you are loved, beautiful, treasured, and you're valued. Adios. Mwah.